Okay, there probably will be a few people will join late, but I'm going to make a start now as we're a couple of minutes in from when I promised. For everyone that has just joined, this is being recorded. It will be made available through our YouTube channel so that you can perhaps share that with other staff members, etc. Okay, so purposes, we've got a few of these going to go on over the next few days, next week at the very least, and each one is designed to be short, sweet, and builds upon the next. So the very start here for today is to talk about effectively the very beginnings of Office 365, not in terms of how it was built and developed, but as in how you start to use it and how staff should be interfacing with it to get the most out of it, and also how to get information out of it once information is in it, which is always a challenge. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to share my screen. As I say, please ask questions if you so wish to do so. But I'll try and save these probably towards the end if you don't mind, so I can keep this short and sweet. Okay, you should now at this point see my desktop, and I am running on an Apple device, an Apple MacBook. I don't care if it's a Windows device. It could even be Linux if you even care what that is. You could be using an iPad. God forbid if you wanted to actually use an iPhone and the small screen, but in principle, all devices, any modern device, this will work on. Okay, so here am I in a web page. I'm using Microsoft Edge on an Apple Mac. And just out of interest, straight away, I'm using Bing, which funnily enough is owned by Microsoft. And because of that, those of you who are eagle-eyed enough might actually notice that it says search Axon and the web. So actually in the search engine here, it's actually going to search my company data. I haven't even gone into Office 365. Okay, so I'm just going to type in smoking. And it gives me news about smoking, as you would typically expect from a response from a search engine, but I've also got show results from Axon. Okay, and it's giving me 8 files, 2 teams, and 1 Yammer conversation. They've all got the word smoking in there. Okay, couldn't be easier, really. There we go. Granted, I have signed in the top right-hand corner as me at work into the web browser, and therefore Bing knows that I have Office 365 and therefore provides that. So, crikey, if you want to get started, that pretty much probably couldn't be simpler. Okay, that's straightforward. So I haven't even logged into the system really, and already I can get information out of my Office 365 system. Okay, so, but every member of staff should know this website address, and that should be office.com. Okay, by typing that in and hitting return in any modern web browser, and I really don't care, so Google Chrome, latest Microsoft Edge, Safari, Firefox, etc. all good. Hitting that, I'm already signed in, so that's pretty straightforward. And you're going to get a view like this. Okay, so what we have here, this is a completely fictitious Office 365 customer, Contoso Electronics, but it's populated with real information. So I, as a user, will be faced with this screen, and it is astonishing when I watch people work. People just instantly bypass this screen and move on. Okay, yet there's a wealth of information and make you productive from the get-go. Okay, let's just start with it. Top left-hand corner, I have a waffle button. Not me waffling, but that's what they call it. As in Microsoft, it's the waffle 3x3 grid. From here, I can navigate at any point in Office 365 to any of the applications that it contains. These are displayed obviously down here. They can be dragged and dropped and moved around to suit. I can create new documents from here if I want to, straight away. And if I want, there are a lot more applications than are shown here. I can go to all my applications, and it's quite a long list. Now, what you see in here does depend on what you're paying Microsoft in terms of license, okay? But as you can see, there's a heck of a lot of stuff in here. And it's even possible at the bottom to customize it and put your own links in here for third-party systems, not just Microsoft. If there's that many, I can search for them. We know search is quite popular. Okay, so the waffle, pretty straightforward. It's just a start button. To the right of that, I've got a logo. Obviously, that makes it very personalized to the business. That logo can be made to go somewhere. Okay, it could be this page. It could be another area within your system. It's basically a shortcut, but it is a logo nevertheless. In the middle, more importantly at this point here, is to talk about search. Okay, we all use Google, Bing, whatever search engine you fancy. It is astonishing, again, as I say, to see people manually trying to find files within your system, despite the fact that it's all available by searching straight away. Okay, so let's just look at this. If I just click in here, I can search for not just documents, but I can search for people, applications, and documents. Okay, so if I type in agenda, it's already actually found the document that is most likely to fit the bill because it was created yesterday. So it thinks this is the more relevant. Okay, I haven't hit the return key. I've just typed in the name. Okay, if I do hit return, it's going to, or click this arrow or click down here, it is going to give me all documents that have and meet that requirement. Okay, so I have everything returned, all, etc. So files, specific sites, this is SharePoint. Okay, there's not going to be a person called agenda, or it's highly unlikely, and you get the idea. Okay, so very easy. I can filter from here. Don't want to see, you know, anything past 3 months. What's the point? Because it's probably irrelevant. So I can quickly filter out what I do and don't need. Okay, go back. But as you can see, I am not limited to just documents. It's referring to Outlook for my email, but I could type Word in here. Okay, I can type, we're going to look at Delve, if I could even spell it. Okay, Delve, and clicking on that. So I can literally search for people. Let's just put sales. Let's see what I get. Oh, right, wow. Loads of information. So all these people at work have a sales related function. So I found people in the business. I probably don't even know what their names are. Okay, who they report to. It's pretty efficient. Send an email, call them, whatever it be. Even links into the LinkedIn profiles if you've got it all set up. Okay, so pretty cool. And if I want to see the organization, who people report to, etc., I can. So all by a simple search. So the search is literally anything and everything. Okay, I don't think I can really stress any more than that. It is the go-to place, #1, if I'm looking for something. Moving to the right, notifications. You know, if you find notifications irritating, then of course you can change these. You will get notifications down here. You can mute these if you want, so miss emails that have come in, whatever the messages. Cog, always settings, all pretty boring stuff, to be frank. You know, if you want some pretty backgrounds at the top, your time zone, if you would like to have it Darth Vader style dark mode, that's up to you. Change your password, etc. Nothing stunning. Help file, no one ever reads help files, but it's astonishing just how good that is. Okay, so if you want to know how to use something, I don't know, but let's just put in, type in here, create a team. Brilliant demonstration. Not. See. Okay. Videos on how to use Teams, etc. Microsoft Teams training videos. So actually, it is genuinely good, despite my demo wasn't very good. So you've got a help file. And top right, probably the only one that's probably most important is my account. You've got your profile, which is going to take us to a product we're going to look at. This is actually Delve. Okay, so I'm going to come back to that. And I've got my account. Okay. And in my account, just like having an account, be it LinkedIn, be it Facebook, whatever, I've got my personal information in here. I would stress it is important that all staff populate this, because if I put meaningful information in, I get meaningful information out, as I've demonstrated when I searched for people, mobile phone numbers, contact details, etc. If it's all in here, it's useful. Garbage in, garbage out. Don't put it in, don't get anything out. Okay, otherwise, to be perfectly frank and honest, there's not much else there that interests me a great deal. I'm going to go back to my home page. Sorry. And here we sit. Okay, so that's that top bar done. If I'm using a computer at home that isn't my own, because you've had to go and work from home, as we all have, and you're using a home computer, well, you can install Office onto your machine. Okay, legally, every person can install Office 5 times on 5 different computers. I don't know how you can use 5 computers simultaneously, but that's the license agreement. So if you're using a home computer to continue to work from home and you want full Word, full Excel, full OneDrive for Business, you can do so, perfectly legitimate. But that day that we all go back to work and the world gets back to normal, okay, that will still persist on your home computer. So just bear that in mind. At some point, you've got to tidy up whatever you do. Okay, into the middle area now is we have the obvious icons, and I'm not here today to go through all of those. That will be for another day. But what I want to point out is I can create a new document straight from here. It is literally this simple. I have a document. I am ready to go. I can start typing. That document is already saved. I don't have to worry about it. That has gone into actually my OneDrive. It's done, saved. I can close that. That's how quick and easy it is to start work. Okay, so all my apps, Outlook, that's my email. Great. Again, I'm not here to teach you email, but there it all is. Welcome message. Yeah, it's all in there. I've got my OneDrive where all my files sit. Okay, all of this done in a web browser. There's all my files, all the stuff I've done recently, whatever it be. And there you go. There's that test document I just did, already saved to the cloud. There it is down here. Pretty slick. Okay, all apps, so I can show all of them, but let's just keep moving on because we're here just to talk about this efficiency and we've only got about 5 to 7 minutes left. So next row, all the documents that are trending around me or that I have an interest to. It uses an AI, machine learning, to start to push things your way. And you get these big, bold icons, tiles of what's, you recently opened this 2 hours ago, etc. Okay, I looked at this yesterday. And then recent work I've been doing. So let's pin the proposed agenda because I'm always working on that document. It's now gone to the top of my list. And interestingly, if I keep returning every day, coming to my office, home office, 9 o'clock in the morning, I want to carry on where I left off, or I've pinned it. Click on it. I'm working. It is that simple. There's my document. As soon as I start typing, it's saving it. Job done. Put a few full stops in for stupid demonstration to the fact that it's all done, saved. Says at the top it's saving. Don't have to worry about a save icon. It is saved. Close it down. And just to go back to the home page, I'll refresh this. There's the test document. There it is, the one I just did. And there's my proposed agenda. Only I can see it. And it has been edited just now. If people are collaborating with me, which they won't be in this case here because this is a demonstration tenant, okay, documents that your staff are sharing with each other or around, or what's trending, okay, who's changing stuff, who's stuff that they've got shared with you, what's happening around you. And you can see this is all stuff happening yesterday, stuff I might be interested in. I can upload and open files straight from here. I can actually just drag and drop them onto this page. So if I did do something offline, I could just drop them on here and they will be uploaded, but there is an upload button here if I so wish to do so. And again, look, all these names when I hover over them, Okay, they all pop out. Yeah, I want to send her an email, want to send her an instant message. Yeah, contact her, phone her, show who she works for. I'm not clicking here. More, a lot of information. What's happening in my OneDrive, what's happening in my SharePoint within my business, okay, stuff I might be following, and then I can go to these respective products. So I haven't left this homepage, but I've actually achieved quite a bit very, very quickly. You know, we're going to talk about Teams in some other of the webinars going on in the following this week. Okay, I can jump to these very quickly. But now I'm just going to talk about Delve for the last few minutes, a product most people have never heard of or used. Okay, so it's here, but as I've said to you, I can type it in the top here. Okay, and it will find it for me. I'm going to click. Right, now this is, I suppose some people might find it a bit spooky. This is machine learning, AI working. And what it does is it looks at your staff, your behaviors, who interacts with who shares what documents with who works in what departments, and it starts to build a picture. And it starts to feed you individual views of information happening around you as a person without having to email people, without having to do anything. Okay, it's frighteningly accurate, to be perfectly frank and honest. And these tiles you see here have all been done by a machine, not by me or any manual system. So there they all are. I can pick up on any of these. We can see that where they sit, who's viewing them, etc. I can click on these, of course, and it will open them and take me straight to them if I'm at all interested. Okay, then I can search at the top, and it's the same search you saw on the home page. Okay, so I don't know, pricing. There we go. So why people would manually try and find files when, to be perfectly honest, humans never put them in the right place and they all end up in a bit of a mess. Okay, it's easier to search. We know that because we do this in our day-to-day life when we use online services. I do have the ability to filter things, okay, but the principle is I'm just doing quick fire. Okay, so I've got a search top left. I can search for people, I can search for documents, same as you saw on the home page. I can see about me, and I said about garbage in, garbage out. Yeah, if this is fully populated, this becomes meaningful. If I was to bring my live version in our business across, you would see all my calendars populated, all my contact details, what my skill sets are, everything. People can search for that. Okay, so if they're after an expert in Delve, they'll find me. They don't need to know who I am or what my job title is, or they could search for job title and then they'll find me, and so on. Okay, so it says add skills, add projects you're working on, what you're doing. And these are all the documents. These are private documents. Okay, these are the people that I'm working with. Okay, around me, and I can click on Wilbur, Alex Wilbur, and see what he's doing. Okay, perfectly legitimately. I'm not spying on them. These are documents that are available to everyone in the company or by permissions. Delve will never expose, I don't know, the next month's wages or whatever it be, something sensitive. Will only ever show what people have got the rights to see. And you can see here, this one is populated with who they are, what they've been doing, and who they report to. All damn quick. Okay. And if we start getting clever, we can favorite things and start putting things in the right place, etc. So we can create what are called boards. And that's where you see down here, you've got, I've just favorited that, bookmarked it. I can then create a board, and a board is a collection of documents from dispersed locations and bring them into one interface as far as you're concerned. So I can create a board. Okay, and there you go. I've just added that one document to a sales cost board. So as those documents I want to keep together, my logical grouping of files, which could be from all sorts of different people. They're not moving them. They're all staying where they all were. It's just a nice reference to where they are. And I did favorite that document as well and I put it on a board. So Delve, one of those products no one knows about, no one uses by majority. Okay, and usually when I ask people what Delve is, they have no idea, but yet a lot of rich information in here. And the only requirement is to be using Office 365 and make sure that people's profiles, where it says update profile, is populated. Okay, not difficult. It's only like filling in a profile for Facebook or LinkedIn or any other product that you might use, and all of a sudden this product becomes very powerful. Okay, so I promised to keep this short. We said 20 odd minutes, but we've all perhaps got some Q&As. The whole purpose of this was a homepage in Delve. We will build upon it tomorrow and the day after when we start looking at communication and then collaboration. And we will end up towards the end of the 5 days where we're going to talk about security and basically protecting yourself from the nasty people out there who are seizing upon the opportunity of everyone now currently working from home. So that's my quick whiz round, 22, 23 minutes worth. Does anyone have any questions? Bring yourself off mute if you do so, or by all means fire an instant message to me. I'll give everyone the opportunity. Otherwise, in a couple of minutes from now, I will draw this to a close. Well, I'm loving that. There's no questions. It was either incredibly good or incredibly boring. It'd be one of the two. So if you do have any burning questions, then I think most people on here probably know how to get hold of Axon. Fire them to us. Yeah, we're here to help. We've all got quite a lot of challenges ahead. And if we can make you slightly more efficient, slightly slicker, quicker, then that has to be a benefit to everybody involved. So just ask. I will be building upon this day by day, short 20 odd minute, quick fire, saving the videos. They will end up in YouTube and you will be able to refer back to them. Otherwise, I'm going to draw things to a conclusion. I will stay on the call till I see people dropping off. And thank you very much for listening. If any questions come up whilst I'm waiting, that's no problem at all. I have one question that come up. Okay. Yep. Okay. Natalie's just asking about this being shared. It will be shared. It will go onto our YouTube channel. We do have an Axon one. It should be obvious when you find it because it's got our branding on there. It will probably take, it probably got by the end of today, beginning of the morning, so probably like 24 hours behind. But otherwise, thank you very much, everyone. I will go on mute and shut up, let you get on with your day because you've probably got lots more pressing things to be dealing with.